Hey there, it's Rachel here from the Workshop Whisperer, where we teach auto repair shop owners just like you to achieve business success. Now, today we are here to learn all about how to teach your team to be solutions focused. So, if you have been wondering how you do that, how you stop being the one who gives out all the guidance, puts out all the fires, and solves everyone else's problems, then you're in the right place. So stick around right until the end of the video because I'm actually going to be giving you the opportunity to collect my free resource on the 5 reasons that you need to teach your team to be solutions focused. So make sure throughout this video you also give me a thumbs up when you get a little aha moment or a little nugget of gold so that I know you're getting value from this video. Now, the problem that we see here is that business owners, auto repair shop owners just like you, are spending way too much time coming to solve the problems of the team. This is sometimes caused way back in the recruitment process because we hired the wrong people who were never going to be solutions focused, but it's also a direct result of there not being strong enough boundaries from the owner for the team. So you actually can teach your team to constantly rely on you for the answer if you don't have the right boundaries. So we want to talk you through how to set better boundaries and how to alleviate the time problem that fixing everyone else's problems is causing you in this video today. So we need to teach your team members to be responsible for fixing their own problems. And we do that by starting to teach them to think of possible solutions. Even if they are sure they don't know the answer, we just want their mind just to start ticking over a little bit differently by starting to think, well, what could the possible solutions be? Rather than realizing that they're encountering a problem and going, I know, I'll just go to my boss because he'll give me the answer. So we want to stop that process. We also have an issue here where, because we're not in situations often enough where both parties, being yourself as the owner and the team member, are able to give free, open and flowing feedback. So many auto repair shop owners skip over the need for a set period of time where both of you can sit down and discuss the role of the team member and ask them how they're feeling about their role. You'll get the opportunity to tell them how you think they're going in their role, and you'll be able to identify gaps together that you can close through training. And it's by identifying those gaps that you can start to teach this process of becoming solutions focused. So our opportunity here is that if you've got a team of doers, then they'll be very willing to get on board with you and learn how to be solutions focused, because they'll recognize that they can actually get their job done faster if they don't have to come to you all the time or wait for you all the time to solve the problem. So you've also got an opportunity where if your team is more solutions focused, you get to spend more time doing 2 things. One of them is working on the business and the other one is not being at the business at all. And both are awesome. So the framework for having your team to become more solutions focused is a teaching one. It's a teaching and training one. So it's not something where you can just click your fingers and say, hey, Mike, you just need to start coming up with the solution to your own problems now, and you cut them off altogether. It's a gradual process. A solutions focused approach means identifying a problem and developing an effective solution. And that's what we need to get across to the team. It's especially with your younger team members, of course, they're not going to have all the answers. But what you want them to start doing is thinking about the possible answers. So whenever someone comes to you from now on, I highly recommend that you start saying things to them like, what are your 3 potential solutions to that problem? You can even say the sentence, are you bringing me a problem or a solution? You've got to get them to be disrupted. You've got to disrupt the way they think so that they start to develop new ways for their brain to fire. And over time, you will see the ones who are capable of doing it will reduce the amount of times they come and check in with you in the first place, because they'll start to get more confident in their own problem solving ability. And they will also if they are still coming to you, they'll be more confident in the solutions they put across. Now, the ones that aren't capable of being solutions focused, they're going to stand out like a sore thumb because they're not going to make any progress whatsoever. Now, action-wise, we can actually prevent, to some extent, these non-solutions focused team members from even being in your team in the first place by putting in some more stringent processes when you go to recruit. So asking extra questions like, what does it look like to you to be solutions focused? Can you give me an example of a time when you were fixing a car where you had to be solutions focused? What did you do? So asking these behavioral type questions so that they have to stop, think, and then they have to answer your question in such a way that's going to let you know straight away if they are solutions focused or not. You need to remember that where you've got some great team members and some not so great team members, that the great ones actually watch for what you tolerate from the not so great. So if you continue to solve the problems for the not so great, while the great ones are doing their best to learn this new method and to better themselves, you're going to start to see perhaps resentment, disharmony, and even toxicity inside your team. So always remember, everyone in your team is watching for what you tolerate rather than what you preach. So make sure what you're tolerating is only the good stuff. You can actually empower your team members here to be the experts in their work. And that's how you want them to feel, provided, of course, they are performing to show that expert level or expert title is worthy. So you want them to feel the power that goes with being capable of doing their job, and the confidence that goes with being able to do their job. And the more you allow them to become solutions focused, the more opportunity they will have to feel that power. So when you start this process of training your team members to be solutions focused, you will see results, and you'll see them quite quickly. As I mentioned, you will have more time to work on things that grow the business, which it's actually your job as the business owner to look after that. And you'll also have the opportunity to not be working below the line as often. So not being called in to put out spot fires and deal with issues as often, which means that you've got choice then. Do you not come in as often? Do you spend more time doing business building activities? You get to choose, and that's the important part. Once your team are more self-sufficient and you don't have to hold their hand through problems, then we really become a business owner. Up until that point, you own a job. And I know so many of you don't want to own a job. You want to be true business owners. So let's take the steps that we need to today to start on this process so that we can get you there to business ownership faster. So some of the lessons that you should be aware of when you start on this process is that it does take time, and you need patience and you need to allocate the time. And you're going to get frustrated, sure, because some of the suggestions as possible solutions that your team members might turn up with, might really make you scratch your head and wonder what is going on. So what we are really wanting for your team here is for you to give them an opportunity to be able to grow. when you don't allow them to grow in this way, to start thinking about potential solutions, if you're always feeding them the answer, you take away their ability to grow and learn. So let's not do that. I know you're probably thinking, but I can do it quicker. I can do it better. But you'll never be free from your business if you continue to think that way. So earlier in the video, I mentioned that if you hang around with me until the end, that I will give you the opportunity to grab our free resource, which is the 5 reasons that you need to help make your team's solutions focused. So if you would like a copy of that free resource, just comment solution below in the comments and we'll get that resource to you ASAP. I trust you found this useful. I look forward to seeing you next time.